Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again. So I was over at Ecoflow. Now I don't have any Ecoflow products at all, and I'd like to get into them, but I was just kind of snooping around their page, and I noticed something new. So I'm going to take a first look at this product. I've never seen it before. I don't know how long they've been out, or I just missed it, but it says new right here. So new usually means brand new. Okay, so these are the Ecoflow NextGen 160 watt solar panels. Now they come in 160 watts and they come in 220 watts. Now they have standard solar panels, and they have the bifacial ones. Now the bifacial ones are really cool because whatever sun gets past the panel bounces off other stuff and goes into the back of the panel, and you get a little bit extra power that way. I think bifacial is really cool, and that way you can set them up in a row, and whatever sun bounces off that panel goes in the panel in front of it and hits the back of the panel in front of it, if that makes sense to you. So they're kind of lined up, so if one was right here, the sun would hit this one and go into the back of the panel. I think that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the specs and see what they have. That's the ballpark. Here's the panels right away. You have wire stands here, and then I like the grommets. Now the grommets are nice because it allows you to hang them or strap them down to where the wind can't blow. I like that a lot. Having the wires on the top are I don't like them, and I like them only because I understand why they put them there. I think is you could put this basically on top of something, strap it down, and then you have access to the ports up here. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. Let's see here. I wish I could get. Can I get bigger here? Nope. Okay, I'm fighting the mouse here, guys. Okay, there it goes. Let's see the next one. Waiting here. Oh boy, my internet's acting goofy again. Okay, so here you go on this one. Boy, there's zoom. I don't know if their zoom's broken or my ad blocker is blocking it. Okay, so here's the back of it. So I like these little straps that kind of keeps them from going too far, kind of like a safety feature here. It looks like they're bolted on pretty good, and these are the wire frames. Now I like these and I dislike those. It looks kind of cheapy, I don't know, but they probably do its job. But I do like the little hooks on the bottom where you can actually stake those into the ground and hold the panel down. So a plus and a minus depending on what you're into here. Here's the front of the panel, very clean looking. I like the all black look because it just doesn't scream, hey, I'm a solar panel. I don't like that old kind of goofy solar panel looking. I never liked that. Here's the back of it. It looks like they're very well made. I believe the IP rating on these are, yeah, here you go, IP68, guys. These are fantastic. So you could actually drop these in water, and you can use them after you dry them off. That's really cool. Up to, I think it's like a meter or 3 meters, something like that. IP68 is a really strong IP rating. But I do like the little grommet holes right here. So it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grommet holes where you can actually strap it down to something. I like that. They look obviously very thin. I'm going to see how much they weigh. That will definitely affect the production and the quality of the panel when you have them out in the backyard. But being that you can strap them down, that's probably a good thing because very light panels like to run away in the wind. There's the back again. There's the front again. Very clean look though. But this is something. This is the reason I made the video, guys, because when I came across these, I was really shocked that. Well, not shocked, but very impressed that they actually have these built in. If you guys remember, a while ago, I made a video showing how you can use a soup can or any kind of like a soda can or something to actually aim a solar panel perfectly at the sun without any extra technology and computers and all that fancy stuff. And basically, I even showed Jason on it. He made a video about it. He still does. So even the new channels can show the old dogs new tricks. So this is basically, hopefully I can zoom in on it. Okay, so this right here is basically the soup can built into the actual panel. I think this is a fantastic feature, and it should be on all power solar panels. I really think it's helpful. You don't have to bring a can with you. basically what you do is you aim this at the sun, and this little dot will end up in the middle of the circle when you're good. I think that is a fantastic feature and should be on all solar panels. I really do. I think that's very useful to a lot of people, and it makes it so much simpler. This is the panel folded up here. IP68 rating, that's a fantastic rating. Very good quality. It looks like a big heavy-duty kind of a tarp kind of feel. More like a mesh tarp that covers the whole thing. Very cool. And then this right here, guys, this is another thing that caught my attention here. It says up to 25% conversion efficiency rate. Now that's cool because the conversion rates of these things, the efficiency rating, are going up almost every year, it seems. And eventually, hopefully one day, I doubt it, but hopefully one day we'll be able to get to that 100% conversion rate. Woohoo! You know, endless energy. It'll never reach that. Obviously, you can't have free energy. But I think that's a very good possibility that this is going up and up and up. So like people on the space station, they have very, very good efficiency rating, but you know, they probably pay $10 million for a solar panel. So that's really not commercial friendly yet, but hopefully. Here's a 30 to 60 degree adjustment angle. So basically 45 degrees is like perfect for all year. And then you could adjust it from 30 to 60 depending if it's winter time or summertime. So that's nice. Otherwise, we always keep our panels at about 45 if they're permanent, and that way you don't have to go out and you know, change them for each season. You can kind of be in the middle. Ours is best for fall and spring, and that way summer and winter is a little bit less. But it's better than going out there and being what's known as a sun chaser and then changing your panels every once in a while. We all done that probably. I know I did. $450 for 160 watts. For me, that's pretty expensive, but it is a new technology. Prices will drop over time, obviously. You know, if you do the math on that, holy crapzilla. But you do get a lot of technology with this panel that you don't get on a lot of other ones. IP68 rating, that's one. The automatic soup can, if you will, inside here, that's two. The grommets, you don't get that on a lot of panels, that's three. The stands, I like them and I don't like them. I think that's about it. Now there might be more technology built in when we look at the specs here. So you could take, let's see here, you take $450 and you divide that by 160 watts. Now remember, you're probably not going to get 160 watts. I'm guessing anywhere between 60 and 80%, possibly 90, but I always look at it as 75% of the rated wattage, and that way you kind of know ahead of time, hey, you know, that way you're not so sticker shocked, you know what I mean? Here, so you got $2.81 per watt. Now let's guess, let's ballpark that this is let's take 80%. Let's do that. I'll be nice. It could be as high as 100. I have no idea. I've never tested the panels. Let's take 80%, which is 128 watts. So now you take $450, and then you divide that by 100. What was it? 128. I lost it already. 128 watts. So that's about $3.50 per watt. So that just gives me an idea. It's a safety comfort feeling knowing that if I bought this panel for approximately $3.50 per actual usable watt hour that I get, or actually watt that I get, then I don't have so much sticker shock. You know, as far as I bought a 1,000 watt panel, I'm only getting 650 watts out of it. That way, you know, I'm kind of prepared for it, if you will. Who knows? Like I said, these panels might put out 110 to 120%. I have no idea. I have never tried them. I just saw them for the first time, so I thought, wow, I got to do a video. Anything that I see that is exciting to me as far as solar power, which all disclaimer, 99% of it is. I'm still new in the business, so I'm very, very excited about everything that I learned. So these are the tail of the tape, if you will. In a boxing world, they have a tail of a tape. In a baseball card world, they have the specs. So here, rated power 160 watts plus or minus 5%, or 5 watts plus or minus 5 watts. Efficiency, it says 25%. Now remember, that's up to 25%, so not guaranteed 25, it's up to. Dimension, that's probably perfect working environment, like a laboratory or something. Here's your dimensions unfolded. It's about 23.6 by 63.4 by 1 inch thick. And then folded, it's down to 23.6 by 22.5 by 1.3. So it's actually very small enough to fit in the back of a car or a trunk like that. Warranty is 1 year, which is 12 months. The short circuit amp is 9.1 amps. Now that's important because depending on if you run them in parallel series into the system that you're bringing it into can only take up to so many amps. So you want to check that before you buy it. This I think is the best feature on here, other than arguably that automatic built-in soda can, aimer, I don't even know what you call it, like balancer, leveler, whatever you want to call it. It's almost like a built-in little, oh boy, what do they call it? You know that little thing you work on a job site? Boy, I should know this one. Oh my gosh, guys, help me in the comment section. I forgot the name. It's a stick with the little ball in there. Boy, oh my, it's early in the morning. I totally forgot the name of that. A balancer. Holy cow. Okay, I forgot the name of it. Cell type is TopCon monocrystalline silicon, and then the weight is about 12.3 pounds. So it is very much on the light side, guys. But being that it's very light, I do like that the legs are possible to lock them down to the ground, and then it has the grommet. So you can put, like, you know, those little tent stakes, you can shove those in there and it kind of holds them down. So even though it's very light, I do like that you can bolt it down to the ground. MC4, guys, that's the industry standard. If you're going to do any kind of solar powers outside, get MC4. It's safer. It's waterproof, safer, and everything. Open circuit. Now, this is the most important thing when it comes to solar panels, guys. The open circuit voltage, or VOC, or circuit open voltage. They have different ways to say it. It all means the same, guys. This is the most that the panel will produce in an not closed circuit. So basically, if you put a solar panel outside on the ground and you measure the voltage coming in, not hooked to any load or anything, that's the most voltage that you should see come in at its peak. Now, it could be plus or minus a few, but that's usually the most that panel will produce. Now, this, the VMP, that's the working voltage now. Now, I wish that they would put that separate, just so people don't get confused, because we got confused with this when we first did solar. Now, the working voltage is usually the highest that it comes into the power station. I'll give you a prime example. If you're bringing in the VOC of 21.3 volts, by the time it gets into your system and starts charging your batteries, it's 18.6. But what you want to look at, guys, 100% of the time is the open circuit, this number here. Don't worry about this one. Worry about this one. This is the most dangerous number on a solar panel, because if you're let's say you have a very old power station or a very small power station, and it can only take into 18 volts open circuit. Let's just say, for argument's sake, and you put 21.3, chances are you will burn up that power station and make it a brick, which means you'll throw it away. Now, that's not much over. However, there's a max for a limit. You know, when you're driving down the street and you see a speed limit, the speed limit means the fastest you should go. This is your speed limit for open voltage. Okay, now, all disclaimer on that, guys. Every time I see people drive down the street, it seems like those speed limit signs are not even there. They're invisible, because in a 55 speed limit, I see people doing 80, 85. It's crazy. I stay in the right lane where old people belong. That's where I belong. I'm an old people. I believe I belong in the right lane, and then people zip by me, and I get off the freeway as soon as I get a chance. But and then here you have your solar panel weight, which is 12.3. I think. Oh yeah, they have that listed here. They have it listed twice, guys. So they have the weight for the solar panel and the solar panel weight. So they might want to pull this one off. I don't think you need to list it twice. Now, that's the 160 watt NextGen portable solar panel. Now, remember, they do make this in a 220 watt, which is a bigger version, and $560. Holy crap, some pricey, guys. I'm not used to paying so much for a portable solar panel. However, they do have the good rating, and remember, they audit the automatic soup can on it, where you don't have to bring a leveler. That's what it's called, guys. I just remembered. The thing with the little bubble inside is called a level. Okay, holy cow, it's early. Okay, so let's do $560, and then we're going to divide that by the 220. Now, remember, this is rated power. I could see this bringing in about 200, and then maybe a little bit less. But like I said, I could be 100% wrong. This is just a first look. Let's see what it is. So about $250. So they're about the same, guys. About $2.50 per watt hour rated, and that way you don't have a kind of a better clue of how much you're paying per watt. So same up to 25. Remember, it says up to 25% conversion efficiency rate. 30 to 60, so the angles are the same. It's just a bigger panel. Here you have ETFE coating, built to last, so that way you have the IP rating. Lightweight, ultra compact, ultra portable. So that way, with the IP rating, guys, you don't have to worry about bringing them in during a rain or anything. You could spill something on them. Just make sure you clean it off. If it's soda pop or something sticky like that. If a bird poops on them, guys, you want to get that off. You get like heat spots on a solar panel where it heats up in one part, and that can possibly lead into the danger zone, if you will. I think the pictures are pretty much the same. It's just a bigger panel, probably. Yep, it all looks the same here. I'd like to know what that is right there, this little thing right here. And I notice I can't zoom into this, guys. It won't let me zoom in. It's like the picture disappeared. So I don't know if it's my pop-up blocker or what's going on here. But I'd like to know what's more on here. You know, some solar panels have, you know, like USB stuff, but I don't think that would have this, guys, because this is IP68 rating, and USB ports, unless they're completely covered, are not waterproof, not even watershed, because water can get in there pretty easy. Let's see here. There's the panel. Okay, so you have a whole nother section, guys, basically a whole nother section. So these would be 45, was that 45? Boy, I got to do the math again here. That would be 55 watts per section here, guys. I had to think for a minute. So it's 55 watt panels all strung together. I don't know if they're parallel or series. They don't tell you that. Let's see here. Let's look at the more pictures. So pretty much the same. I don't like this, guys. I got to be honest right away. I like when each panel has its own kickstand. I'm not a fan of that. It gives a weird, like when you put it up, sometimes this will bow. I've seen that on other panels. I believe I have a panel like that where they only put 3. So Ecoflow, I wish you would have put that 4th leg there. I think people would agree. Much more sturdy. However, you can still lock them down, but it puts almost sag weight on these two stands, where it kind of, you know, sags in between here. So that I didn't like to see. Look how thin that is. Holy crap, Zilla, guys! It almost looks like just a string. It's a solar string panel. Holy cow! Wow, this technology, guys, it's so exciting. It's getting newer and newer every time I go on the internet. This is it folded up. It folds up very nice. The legs get very, very tight. It doesn't take up much space at all, and maybe that's why they did that. I would have liked to see these covered with that fabric, though, with these exposed at the bottom so you can lock them to the ground. But I would like to see those, and you know, maybe they did it for a reason. Maybe because when the wind passes through it, maybe it doesn't put so much pressure on it. But like I say, you can lock them down to the ground, so it's not a problem. But I don't know if it has a cheapy look for it, for a $600, $560 panel. It just kind of looks cheapy, or maybe they did that so you couldn't see them as much. So either way, to each their own. I like the little safety straps here. You could probably auto set these to a certain degree, where you just pull this and then this thing adjusts however you need to, anywhere between, what was it, 30? Yeah, 30 to 60 degrees. So all the way up. This is obviously 30, and then when you put this all the way down, then you get to 60, which is where the sun's up here in the summer, and then 30 is where the sun's over here in the winter time. But yeah, very expensive panels, guys. But yeah, I didn't like that. I did not like to see that at all. Okay, I think we just looped them. Yeah, I think we looped the pictures. All right, let's go down to the specs, the good stuff. Here's what you get in the box, guys. Simple, pretty much a cord. See, now here you have MC4 to XT60i. Now, what's XT60i? Holy crap, Zill, we got to look that up here, guys. XT60i. What is I? What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? XT60i. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. What is the difference between XT60i? Okay, so basically the XT60 cable has a current rating of 60 amps, while the XT60i cable, so it's a higher rating. Wonderful. 100 amps. Holy crap, Zilla, guys. Can you imagine 100 amps running through your solar panels? Holy cow, that's crazy. 100 amps. That's great. Okay, so I learned something new today too here. Holy cow. All right, so here's your specs here. So you got 220 watts, plus or minus 5 watts. Efficiency, it says 25, but remember, it's up to 25%. That's a great rating, but it's up to. And then here's your dimensions here. So you have 23.6 by 83.6 by 1 inch unfolded, and then 23.6 by 22.5 by 1.3 folded. So it's basically the same as the other one, except you have that 4th panel there. So just keep that in mind. You know, the 83, about 84 inches, that's a lot of space, so you need extra space to put that panel. Warranty is 1 year, it's 12 months. Short circuit is 12.4 amps. Once again, look at that when you're you know, picking your solar panels here to make sure you can line them up perfect. IP68, I think that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So you don't have to bring them in during a storm. You can leave those out there. Well, during a storm, obviously, you bring them in, but rain, you can leave them out there. I think that's cool. Here's that TopCon monocrystalline silicon. Let's see the difference of what this is. Now, I'm used to monocrystalline solar panels, but let's see what this is here. Let's see. Okay, here, TopCon. This is okay. So I don't see anything yet, guys. I might have missed it here. Here, let's see. N-type monocrystalline based bifacial TopCon solar panels have reached 25.09%. This is efficiency is set to increase to 28%. All right, give them a claps for that, guys. Awesome. Applauds for that. Okay, after 2028. I wonder how come after 2028. And TopCon solar panel production is to increase by 14 GW by the year 2025. Wow. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind, guys. That's a new technology here. Solar weight is 15.9. Look, they did it again, guys. Look at that. They did it again. I wonder why they do that. They listed it twice here. Probably just a typo. MC4, of course, guys, industry standard. Stick with it. Anything outside, in my opinion. Here's your open circuit voltage, 21.5, and then your working voltage is 18.4. Now, if you remember on this bad boy here, the 21.3, 18.6, and the bigger one is 21.5. So that's awesome that they kept within the same open voltage, and that way you don't have to learn so much or pick a certain panel. You could pick either one of these for the same power station. Now here's where it gets cool, guys. Are you ready for this? Bifacial. These is a new technology where, like I said, the sun can actually go in through the back of the panel to get a little bit more boost on the solar production. All right, you ready for this here? Same wattage, 220 watts, but these are bifacial. Remember, it's double-sided. That's cool, guys. And it helps. It helps. Okay, collect up to 25% more energy with 2-in-1 bifacial design. So how that works is, so let's say this panel is sitting out there and you're getting 100 watts in through the front of a normal panel. This is able to get an extra up to 25 watts through the back of the solar panel through kind of refraction kind of thing, like, you know, where it hits whatever and then bounces back. So I think that's pretty cool, guys. And you get up to 25% more power, which means you don't have to buy 25% more panel. Now these are cool panels, but depending on how you use them, if you lay them flat and use the grommets and stuff, the bifacial does nothing. It doesn't really get any boost, maybe just a tad bit. But if they're laying flat on grass or a vehicle or something like that, bifacial panels is not the way to go, guys. So you want to get regular panels and not waste extra money, because remember, this is $650 here, where you could get the regular ones at $90 cheaper. So depending on what purpose you want to use it for, keep that in mind. Okay, up to 25% conversion efficiency rate, fantastic. Same 30 to 60% adjustable rate here. And here, the integrated solar angle guide. Guys, the built-in level, I think, is a fantastic feature. I wish I could make it bigger. Obviously, it disappears for some reason when I make it bigger. I have no idea why. It just, look at it. It just goes away. I have no idea where it went. Okay, let's put this back here. The built-in soup can, awesome. Jason, I can't wait till you see these panels. I mean, you probably saw them already. Built-in soup cans. We don't have to carry a soup can anymore. Yee-hoo! All right. Durable tempered glass and ETF coating, built to last. Lightweight and compact, ultra portable. Yeah, these are going to be light, guys. But what was the other one, so we can compare them here? So yeah, it's just about 16 pounds. Guys, that's nothing, guys, for 220 watts. That's pretty. I think my Bluettis here. I lost my page here. My Bluettis, I believe, for 200 watt panels, I believe, are about just under 20 pounds. So this is actually 3 pounds lighter, which helps if you have trouble carrying heavier stuff. None of us are all young and healthy like we used to be. IP68 ratings here, protects against water and dust. Even more, I mean, man, you could leave that out 24 hours a day in rain. It just doesn't care. Holy cow, as long as it's not in a puddle, guys. I wouldn't recommend, if it gets, a puddle, collected around the panel, obviously move them. That's not a good idea. But boy, if they were on grass or just, concrete where the puddle doesn't accumulate there, boy, you could leave them about 24 hours a day and not even have to worry about them. Obviously, check on them from time to time, but you bolt them down to the ground, and now you can have portable panels where you can fold them up and put them away. And portable panels you don't need permits for usually, so that's a plus. Very, very cool technology, guys. Very cool. If we look at the pictures, basically it's the same thing, except here's the back of it. Now notice it's almost see-through-ish on the back, and that's where the bifacial comes in. Double-sided, if you will, and that way you can get the extra power. Same little things. I'm not a fan of this, guys. I wish that was a 4th stand there. Let me know what you think. If you think, that's fine, but I have a panel like this where it's 4 sections and there's only 3 of these, and this one tends to sag a little bit. And over time, I don't know if that'll affect it. It'll definitely affect the angle, okay? Because if this sags 1 inch, this panel will produce 1 inch less of power. I don't know what that could be, 5 or 10%. Who knows? Depending on the sun angle. But this panel on mine produces less than the rest. I have no way to test that, but I can test the angle. And if the angle is less, the power is less. That's just basic knowledge in solar panels. Look at how skinny those are. Gosh, you turn them sideways, they literally disappear. It looks like 3 pencils, does it not? Holy cow, that's crazy. Awesome technology, guys. There, it's folded up here. You can see let's see the solar cells. Boy, their page is a little bit fighting here. You can see their technology on bifacials. It looks a little bit different. It almost looks like a meter, like a stock trading day sheet with all these little things. Here's a Dow Jones in here, so it almost looks like that. But very cool. Now I understand why they have this on the top, though, because if you want to strap that down. But remember, bifacial panels, if you strap them down to something, guys, it pretty much destroys the extra $9 that you spent on here because you're not getting any power through the back. It kind of defeats the purpose. All right, let's go to where are the specs. All right, here's the bad boys here. So you got 220 watts, and then you have plus or minus 5 watts front, and up to 175 watts rear. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. Efficiency up. Remember, this is up to 25%. And then you have the same. I think, did we do this already? Holy cow. Short amp is 12.4. And the IP, I think we left off here. Oh, no, we left off here, guys. Remember, because I wanted to see what that was. Okay, so it's 15.4. So it's not much more than this. It's actually, look at that, it's actually less, guys, and that's probably because the bifacial ones is skinnier, and you don't have to put so much fabric covering the back of it. But look at that, guys, it's actually almost about a half a pound less than the normal one. So wow, is that getting light? That you could toss 2 of them in your hands, you got 30 pounds, 15 per side, and go down to the beach and have yourself a great time. And remember, they're IP68 waterproof, so the beach wouldn't bother at all. And then if you get sand or dust or dirt on the panels, you get your hose out, and as long as you don't put too much pressure, guys, and you just spray them clean, right? You don't want to use like the jet stream. You want to use that what's that called, the spray one, where it kind of goes out, and you could just spray them suckers down and be good to go in no time. Wow, this is very expensive panels, guys, but great technology. Great technology. I can't wait till Jason sees these. Like I said, he probably saw them already. He's more advanced than we are, but we follow his channel too. And this part right here, guys, man, I think that's worth $50 alone, because imagine if you don't have to bring a soda can, a soup can, or a can of beans or something, or a can of corn or something, just to angle that perfect. I think that's a win-win for all solar panel companies. Everybody, Pecron, Bluetti, Gold Zero, everybody, take notes of this technology. I think this is very, very cool technology to have on your panels. But very, very cool technology, guys. All right, well, this is the first look at the Ecoflow NextGen portable solar panel lineup, where you can have standard or bifacial. Very cool technology, guys. I'm excited for it. All right, well, guys, ramble on, be safe, and I'll definitely see you here again on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.